Welcome everybody, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, I'm attempting to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a look today at a Budgie box set. These guys were proto-heavy metal guys, starting out real early on and helping the sound develop, never having really broke through on their own, but yet actually really influencing a lot of different metal and hard rock groups that I'm going to talk about here. They got their start in 1967 in Cardiff, Wales, and the band consisted of Burke Shelley on vocals and bass, Tony Burge on guitar and vocals, and Ray Phillips on drums. Now they originally performed under the name 6 Ton Budgie, but later shortened it to simply just Budgie. And Burke Shelley has said of the name that he loved the idea of playing heavy rock music and yet having a name that was the complete opposite to that. Their self-titled debut came out in 1971 and was followed by the album Squawk in 1972. You can see it sitting there behind me. And by 1973, they signed to MCA Records, the major label, and that's the box set we're going to be looking at here in just a bit, and released their third album, Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, which is most notable for having contained the song Bread Fan, which would later be covered by Metallica as a B-side in 1987 and ultimately end up on their Garage Incorporated album, which you can see behind me there as well. Now, prior to recording their next album, Ray Phillips left and was replaced by Pete Boot, and they would record their fourth album, In for the Kill, which came out in 1974. This album contained a re-recording of Crash Course in Brain Surgery, which would later be re-recorded or covered by Metallica in 1987 and also appear on the Garage Incorporated disc behind me, having originally been part of the 598 EP Garage Days Re-Revisited. Also of note is that Van Halen used to cover the song during their club days prior to them being signed. And then in 1974, Pete Boot was replaced by Steve Williams, and in 1975 saw their final release for MCA Records called Bandolier. This one actually did pretty well for them, climbing to number 36 on the UK album charts, and it featured the song I Can't See My Feelings, which would later be covered by Iron Maiden and appear on their Eddie's Archives box set, which you can see behind me as part of the Best of the B-Sides album that's contained within it. And so we're going to take a look at those three albums that we just talked about as part of this, the MCA Years, and it spans 73 to 75 and contains 3 CDs and vinyl replica style sleeves, all gatefolds. So it has Never Turn Your Back on a Friend from 1973, In for the Kill from 1974, and Bandolier in 75. So this is the front cover. They used the album art for In for the Kill to create this, but I do like that they replace the logo and everything on it, making it unique as opposed to the way the album art was for this one here. And so the back side of this, as you can see, shows those 3 albums and the track listings there on it. It's got a really nice spine, and this is a good hard cardboard box. Here's the side of it showing you the discs that are contained, which also have really nice thick spines on it. And they just slide out like that. And you can see the 3 discs that are within here, as well as a booklet. And I'll show you the discs first. They're these really great gatefolds. I'll first fold it out to show you the full image of it, which I really like when the gatefold albums do this. And then this is the interior of it, matching what was originally available on the vinyl versions, and the discs just slide out like this. There's no protective sleeve or anything for it or additional booklet inside. But you do get it repeating the vinyl style. This one here did not replicate the art all the way through, but did have this as the back to it, which was quite nice. And then here's the inside of it, and of course having the disc as well in the same way. And then the final album of the trilogy here, Bandolier, which I always really liked the artwork on this. Here's the back side of that one. And then the inside of that, and of course the disc itself. And what's great is it also comes with a booklet here. So what's really nice is you do get a really great written out history of these guys with some cool archival photos and shots and things within it, going through that history. And so you get to the back of it here where you get more information per album on it, which would have been the stuff that would have been on the sleeve liner notes and things like that. So really great to get all that together and compiled into one nice concise package. Now during the late 70s and the early 80s, the status of the band was boosted as part of the new wave of British heavy metal scene. And they would go on to release 6 more studio albums. They released 1976, If I Were Britannia, I'd Waive the Rules, and then Impeccable in 1978, Power Supply in 1980, followed by Night Flight in 1981, and Deliver Us from Evil in 1982, and they would go on and play sporadically all the way through 88 before going on hiatus, and then ultimately do a reunion album in 2006, You're All Living in Cuckoo Land, before formally retiring at that point, with several of the members passing away and Burke Shelley at this point unable to play and sing at the same time due to some medical conditions. But while the band never broke through and success always really eluded them, they heavily influenced a number of major heavy metal artists of today, most notably Metallica and Iron Maiden, securing their place in rock history in my opinion. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.